I'm Allison Nall. I'm a junior and I'm studying environmental science. I actually got interested in sciences to begin with. I did the oceanography camp for girls over here at the College of Marine Science, and that kind of triggered the whole marine science passion of mine. So I came here to study that, and environmental science is the bachelor's program that kind of leads into marine science. So that's how I got here. We have a lot of research going on here, and besides the fact that we have USGS and NOAA and all these great places right around the corner, there's a lot of professors here that are doing their own research, and Fish and Wildlife is right over, actually by the College of Marine Science. So everything is like in one little area, and it really helps that all the professors are actually, they work for a lot of these places also. So you get a lot of connections there, and it's been really good. The Streams program, the first year that you're in it, you actually have a professional development course that you take, and Dr. Carvalho-Knighton teaches that course. And basically, you start out making resumes and like things that you wouldn't think about doing right off the bat. I now have a resume. You learn how to do your own research. The new Science and Technology building is wonderful. I had classes in the old labs, and then I moved over into the new labs, and it's just like, it's night and day. And the equipment over there, it's all brand new. The whole building is, shiny, perfect. It's a green building. It's just a wonderful place to study. I had Professor Debbie Castle this past semester for biology, and she's the most charismatic person you've ever met in a classroom. She really knows how to bring her students into her lessons. She studies fire ants in particular, which is not something most of us would want to study, but she can tell you the most interesting things about fire ants, how they build these colonies and how they make rafts and they can float on top of the water. It's pretty amazing stuff that they do. And we got to look at them in her biology lab, of course, because everything she could somehow tie back to her fire ants. And it was just a really great class. Debbie Castle is one of my favorite professors that I've ever had. In the classroom, she really knows how to keep your attention and make things interesting, because sometimes you get into sections of biology that just aren't as interesting to you as they are to other people. And so she has a way of making everything come together in the end and make sense. And besides her, I would say Dr. Carvalho is actually one of my favorites. You can go visit her in her office anytime, and she's always open to giving you like a really honest opinion on what classes you need to take, and how hard they are going to be, and what kind of course load you want to put with them. So I think she's been really, really helpful for me. I do feel like I'm prepared for anything that comes my way right now. I'm going to be ready to go to grad school, but I feel like if I were to get a job right out of my bachelor's degree, I feel like it would come from a faculty member or an internship or something that I did here. I've had a lot of leadership experience here on campus. With it being a smaller campus, I've gotten involved with student government, and I've done a lot of stuff like that. In high school, I was involved in leadership roles. And we always had, the teacher that oversaw all the students that were, functioning in these roles, and the followers and all that. But now, now that I'm studying leadership as my minor, it's been a little different for me. I'm starting a 501c3 nonprofit with my friend Brittany right now for the oceanography camp for girls, and we're trying to raise some money and, bring in alumni and coordinate a lot of things. And it's a lot harder being the overseer and trying to delegate and work with other people on your own without having, a faculty member overseeing them also. So I've learned a lot, and it's been a bumpy road, but it's been like a really good experience for me. I feel really confident on this campus. I'm not a number. Everyone knows who I am. All my professors know me personally. So I feel like, they're all backing me in everything that I do. So I feel like I have people behind me when I have a new idea or a project that I want to take on that may not be successful, but there's people behind me ready to help me if I need anything. And it's kind of like being a big fish in a small pond, You have everything you need at your fingertips, just like at any other university, but you're somebody that everybody knows and everybody can focus their attention on when you need it. So it works out really well when you're trying to take on a big project. Well, I feel like I'm going to come out of this, obviously I'm going to come out with my bachelor's degree from a state university. So that's going to be a lot for me. But on top of that, I know all the faculty and I know my professors really well. So I feel like when I'm applying for jobs and looking for those opportunities, I have those people to fall back on. And also, when you need a letter of recommendation, and you can go to the vice chancellor or you can go to the leadership department, anybody that you need, those are the people that are going to back you up, and they knew me personally. So they'll be able to say, this is what she's really all about, and she works really hard, and this is the kind of person you want to hire. So I feel like I'm going to have those people for a long time, helping me out and encouraging me in all different ways. I feel like networking is really important in a college, situation. Basically, I can go to any of my professors if I feel like I need to do some more research. I can get on their research. I can get to know them. They're working with a lot of different people in a lot of different countries. I think that's going to be really good for me to get to know. I get to know the USF faculty. I also get to know the scientists outside of that they're working with. I feel like St. Pete's a really interesting place to put a campus. You're in the corner here on the water, obviously, but at the same time, there's the whole St. Petersburg community around you. So you have a lot of big businesses. Tampa, obviously, is right over the bridge. It's probably a 10-20-minute drive, and you're in Tampa. St. Pete itself is pretty interesting. You have, if you're from the science aspect, you have NOAA right over here on the other side of the College of Business. You have USGS right across the street. So there's a lot of science opportunities for me, but also there's a lot of cultural things. There's a lot of museums. The Dolly Museum is one of my favorites. And obviously there's just all the restaurants and cool shops and everything that you have in a normal city. So I really enjoy the St. Petersburg area. I think a lot of the stream students in particular are going to be really close friends of mine for a while, because we're all trying to get to the same place. We're all working towards the same goals, so we're always going to be there for each other, even though we're freshmen to grad school, doctorate students, whatever. We're all working towards the same goal, so we can all help each other and guide each other, and we've really started getting to know each other really well, and I think they're really great people. Well, obviously, going to school in Florida, you have Bright Futures, which is a good way to stay. If you're staying in state, that's the way to go. So I had the Bright Futures scholarship. The Streams program was kind of the big scholarship that I got. That one has really, really helped me, and that's obviously specifically for environmental science and marine science students. I was part of the original Lead, Learn, Live, I believe is how you say it, scholarship program, which was really great for me. It got me involved in the leadership, from my freshman year. So financial aid-wise, you're getting all these different scholarships, but you're also only paying for a public school. But you feel like you're at a private school because of the small campus and the one-on-one attention you get from the faculty. So I think there's a really great value to going to USF St. Pete as opposed to choosing a larger state university.